Hear the question of happiness in marriage as it comes up from time to time in many different places. For most of us, our wedding days were the happiest days of our lives. Well, weddings may start a marriage, but marriage is every day for the rest of our lives. Why does the atmosphere change in our relationship? And what, if anything, can really be done about that? Before your wedding, you focused on the event. You focused on your spouse to be and those who would be celebrating your wedding with you. You prayed that it would all come together really well, and lots of time was put into making things just right. You probably even took time off of work and other responsibilities to not only take care of details, but also to spend time with your fiancé. Happiness in those days came from the celebration, the progress of your relationship, and the excitement of friends and family. Now that that event is weeks, months, or years behind you, it lives in your minds, really, or in photo albums, but the effects no longer stir passion within us. So what really can we do about that? Marriage is a dynamic relationship. Our actions directly affect the direction of our marriage. Although it takes two to make a marriage successful, even one of you can begin to influence your marriage for change. Are you willing to be that one? So start with what's really on your mind right now. Settle the question of your commitment to your spouse. They may have changed, but together you once had a very meaningful relationship. You can again, but you have to remove the thought of other alternatives. Plan on being the example of a supportive, encouraging, thoughtful, and loving spouse, even though it may not be reciprocated for a while at least. Well, here's some action steps to help you regain happiness in your marriage. The first one is ask God to build up in you a new passion for your spouse. God wants you to have that love, wants you to have that passion, and ask Him to help you build it up. He will do that. Another one is to begin to think again about the characteristics that drew you to your spouse. It may have been their quiet nature. It could have been a strength of character. It could have been lots of different things. But think about those things again. That's what drew you to them. Let those draw you to them again. Another one is to remind your spouse of your love and commitment to them. Remind them. Verbalizing that will go a long way for your marriage, for your spouse as well, to hear you say those things and see that you really are committed to them as your spouse. That means you're committed to your marriage. And again, that goes a long ways. Find a thoughtful action that will be meaningful to them. Something that is meaningful to your spouse, and then do that for them every day. It doesn't mean the same thing every day. It just means every day find some thoughtful action that will be meaningful to your spouse and do them. That means that you are taking time to think about them. It means you are taking time and effort to show your care and your thoughtfulness. And then lastly, in this article anyway, seek to understand where life has been taking your spouse in their job, in their interests, and in their friendships. Often we get distant from our spouse and we're not sure exactly even what's going on in their lives and why they're reacting or acting the way they are. Well, seek to understand where life is taking them. And then you'll begin to understand them better and how you can relate to them even better. Those positive action steps will plant seeds of greater connection, greater understanding, and love into your relationship. It'll take you on a journey of loving your spouse again. And it really might take some time for them to come around. And we all know that really there are no guarantees when it comes to influencing others. It will, however, create an environment where guards can be lowered and hurts can be forgiven and communication can be redeveloped. I invite you to come and find some additional resources at christianmarriagehelp.thefamilyandhome.com and at christianmarriagerealignment.thefamilyandhome.com. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.